it's for others. I do it 'cause I'm grateful, willing and able to do it for you 'cause you do it for me.
We back.
Yo, peeps, what it is? What it is?
So
You feel me?
So for
Drop it. I'm just playing. We here. Here you go.
welcome to season 2 of Love+War. We actually went through a name change. Did you realize that?
I knew that.
But y'all didn't. So we are now officially Love+War, the relationship podcast. So welcome. This is season 2, brand new season. We got so much more heat than I feel like we had first season. And we are ready to talk. So first and foremost, what up? It's your girl, Angie.
Boy, T.Y.B. Trav.
And this is the Straight No Chaser podcast you never thought you needed. We are over here trying to build healthy relationships of all kinds. We talking friendship, we talking family dynamic, we talking with your boo thing, we talking with your kids, all that. We trying to build healthy relationships over here. And because we're trying to do it, we're going to teach you how when it comes to all different walks of life. So we hope you're ready to join us each and every week as we highlight relationship issues, opinions, personal experiences, and all that jazz in order to provide hope, healing, and empowerment.
No doubt. You feel me?
So first and foremost, Happy New Year. We ain't seen
Year
y'all
21.
since 2020.
The year 21.
Yes. So, hey, 2021, what's good? We here.
Yeah, we made it.
Yes, we made it. And, you know, I feel like, baby, we got to school. Well, we should definitely inform the people on what we've been up to. You know, season 1 ended back in November of 2020, and a few months has passed since the brand new year. So, you know, why don't we fill them in just a little bit on what we've been doing over here on this side of town?
Well, we just been revamping a lot of things. We got the, merch out here. You feel me merch, the beanies, the t-shirts.
Yes.
It's gonna be coffee mugs, damn it, pencil holders. All that's coming later. But I'm just giving y'all a little snippet of, but we do have merch.
Yes.
And you feel me, hashtag you feel me merch. Y'all already know your boy coined the phrase. I didn't coin the phrase, but I use it.
Yes. And for any of you guys,
I use it.
For any of you guys out there who have no clue what you feel me means, it's really a Chi-Town phrase.
Yeah, it's a term of endearment, of understanding. When you say that, there's power behind that statement. Because when I say you feel me, like you really have to feel me.
And then too, in essence, you know, what we're trying to communicate is to make sure that everyone who's listening to us understands what we're saying, understands where we're coming from. Because the reality is, we're all from various parts of life. I grew up in the burbs.
Yeah, I'm a West Sider.
Babe grew up
West
in the
Side,
inner
Side
city.
West
Some
Side.
of y'all don't even live in Chicago at all. And so you may be completely unaware of what the terminology that we use mean. So you feel me is another way basically for us to try to make sure that we all understand what we saying and we're on the same page. You feel me?
You feel me.
So yes, as Babe mentioned, we've got the new merch.
You got the merch.
For the winter. We're working on some springtime merch.
Yeah.
But how you can get your hands on it?
Yeah.
Well, we have a brand new website.
We got a website y'all can go get that merch from.
Yes, and you can also make sure that you tune in on our previous podcast episodes as well. So that website will be listed below right here at Love+War Podcast. No spaces, no underscores, no hashtags. Love+WarPodcast.com. That's LOVEPLUSWARPODCAST.com. So
shop with us, man. Go ahead and get you some You Feel Me merch, man.
Listen to us.
Do all that. Listen to us.
We're going to be rolling out some new stuff.
Ride with us.
Yes.
Y'all been rocking with us, but please get some of that merch.
And most importantly, share.
Yeah, share. People, share all of this. All the episodes about to drop for season 2. You know how it was, season 1. I want you to share it, get it out there, let your people see it, hear it, and take it, you know what I'm saying, digest it, all of that good stuff.
And we do understand that some of y'all may be brand new to the Love+War community. So first and foremost, welcome. Y'all could be listening to any other podcast.
Yeah, but y'all here with us.
And we appreciate
We don't take that for granted at all. I know I don't.
I
really appreciate y'all, man. Y'all already know how I go.
So in addition to the apparel, in addition to the new website, we also have revamped our Instagram page. So you're more than welcome to follow us.
Yeah, we done spruced it up a little bit. We done spruced it up a little bit.
Yes. And then as we mentioned, we got some heat for season 2. We're also, in addition to all of that, we are now also a visual podcast instead of just an audio podcast.
Y'all see the Ninja Turtle swag? You don't see Teenage Mutant. I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, we out here. You know what I'm saying? Both styles. So podcast and the visual. Yeah,
so if you're listening to our audio podcast right now, wherever you stream.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. Cooking your dinner, you know what I'm saying? Riding your car. Giving your kids a whooping, whatever you might be doing. I'm saying sometimes you get whoopings when TV on, so same thing with the podcast.
But yes, we appreciate the audio listeners. But for any of you guys who are visual people, like my husband over here, we are now on YouTube. And you can find us at Kicking It with the Youngs over on YouTube. But again, we know we gave y'all a whole bunch of information at once. But the best place to find anything that we are doing is simply by going to LovePlusWarPodcast.com. And you can join any social media platform that you would like in order to watch us, in order to tune in and chime in with us, and to get to know us a little bit more. You dig? So y'all ready to get into this season 2 opener?
Oh, snap.
Woo!
Yep, it's finna come. We going hard in the paint. First episode out the box.
Let's get it. For any of us who have not been living under a rock since November of 2020.
45 out of there. I ain't gonna say his name no more. Period. We don't get that power with my house. 45 is done.
Period. And welcome, Joe. Welcome, Kamala.
On the real, what up? Joe Beezy.
I feel like we got a breath of fresh air a little bit. And I'm not trying to put all of that pressure on them as our new president and our new
I feel a little better with them in there. I feel a little bit better. I can go to bed a little bit easier.
A little bit.
Yeah, when 45 was in there, every day was like, what now?
And I think for me, what it is just knowing that we've got somebody in office who cares about the people above all.
Yeah, he has experience, man.
That too.
He has experience. That's a big, huge.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not huge, but I'm saying the fact that they care about the American people, that helps because of the fact that if that individual or that leadership, cares about the people, it's gonna show in how they move and what bills they sign, and what decisions they make in office versus clearly 45.
Yeah, he don't get no name respect. 45, right? I don't know what he was on, but he's out of there.
He had his own agenda, and that's cool.
He can have it. He can have it. Not no more. Not no more.
It's a brand new day. That's all I got to say.
Like I said, the work's just beginning.
Yes.
We got a long way to go, but I'm glad Joe and Kamala in there.
Yes.
Kamala, what's up? We need some of that chicken. I'm going to be there for the little bit of fish fry. You know what I'm talking about? Get a little fish fry.
Today's season opener, our conversation for today is pearls and Converse. And so anybody who was tuned in on January 20th of 2021, you already know that it was pearls and
Converse.
No, it was pearls and Chucks.
Yeah, Chucks and pearls.
But we flipped it a little bit,
Chucks
to add our own little swag. Today we're going to be talking about pearls and Converse, and really highlighting, for lack of better words, women empowerment on both sides of the spectrum. Because I feel like on the 20th, all the women were out here.
Y'all, who run the world? Girls. Y'all was all, but that's not.
But do we really see see that? Let's be real, especially in the black community. Do we see this
on a
daily
daily basis? And no, we do not. And so that's what we here to talk about. Let's get into it.
So where you want to start? Do you want to start on, around Inauguration Day where all of the women,
Yeah, we can start Inauguration Day because that's when I seen on Twitter all the Sisters United, Sister Circles.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So we can open it up.
So I feel like, first of all, I love whoever came up with the term pearls and chucks. I love it because, of course, it was a representation of how our now Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, operated. She always walked around in chucks. She always wore pearls.
And she always wore Johnson & Johnson.
True. But the pearls is also a reference to the sorority she's a part of, which, again, is also a sister circle. But let's be real, people. Ladies, women, girlfriends, whatever you want to call yourselves, the reality is we saw all of this women empowerment leading up to her stepping foot into the White House, stepping foot into her now role as vice president. Mm-hmm. However, I feel like, how on social media or how Hallmark, whoever creates the calendars every year, will drop new man-made holidays, and then everybody's like, "Oh, let me celebrate
Boyfriend
this
Day,
one day."
National Spouse Day.
Even with Valentine's Day, like people celebrate Valentine's Day, and this is no shade to the upcoming holiday, but some of these holidays we celebrate should, in all honesty, be celebrated and honored every single day of the year.
Yeah, every day, not just one time.
Yeah, I shouldn't be showing
Valentine's
you
Day
how
should
much
be
I
every day.
love you.
On Sweetest Day.
Sweetest Day.
You should show me it every day.
You shouldn't be showing me how you love me.
I show you it every day.
On Valentine's.
It's just one day.
Every day.
Yep.
So why is this no different when it comes to the women empowerment movement? Now, don't get me wrong. I loved it. I love seeing it. I love seeing on social media how all of us ladies were rocking our t-shirts, had our pearls in our ears, and I forgot to put mine on, had our chucks on my feet.
Yeah.
I didn't put mine on today.
Yeah.
But as a way to stand together and show love for each other and support our Madam Vice President. But let's be real. Outside of my own little sister circle, how many of us women are really supporting other black women on a day-to-day basis? I'm talking about, if your homegirl or your homegirl's homegirl got her own business, how many of you guys are actually supporting just because she's a female? Just because she's an entrepreneur and you understand the struggle of being a female entrepreneur? How many of us in the workplace are actually standing up for our other female colleagues instead of, trying to tear them down or talk about them every chance we get? How many of us, in the school system are not being catty and not talking and spreading lies about our other female counterparts just so that we can be leveled up and have a better reputation? Like, all of that, in my opinion, goes hand in hand to female women empowerment. So if I only see that within my own little sister circle bubble, and then now all of a sudden on the 20th of January, you want to tell me let's stand in solidarity with each other and support one another?
Right.
Not saying I'm not going to want to do it, but again,
why
for
is it just that one day? Why we can't be like this all the time?
And again, especially in the African American
Especially
community.
us.
Because we got it bad. I'm going to just be real. I'm not saying that.
Look at my face. For my visual people that see it.
I'm not saying that I don't want to see it, because I want to see it more. I'm not saying
I want to see it every day.
I agree.
I want to see it.
And I'm not saying that it doesn't happen.
I'm
not saying that it doesn't happen with any other nationality, but
with us
as black women, we have it bad, y'all.
Terrible.
And it's gotta, in my opinion, it's gotta stop. I wish it would stop. Like, why can't we just love on one another? my next homegirl ain't taking nothing from my bag because she has a similar business as me. Let's be real. Some of our friends in Dallas, we're in the same industry. We're doing similar things when it comes to relationship podcasts. They not taking from my plate. They can share different things than we can.
Right.
I'm not looking at my homegirl from Dallas like, do it really take all that? No, I'm trying to learn from sis out here.
I'm trying to uplift. That's what I was just talking about earlier.
Cause
you gotta uplift each other, man.
It's some stuff that she can show me how to do that I'm not doing.
Iron
I can
sharpening iron.
Period.
Iron sharpening iron.
You feel me?
You feel me? So we need to do more of that, especially with our black women, especially my black brothers.
Facts.
Because it's enough turmoil and trauma and stuff we deal with on a regular basis.
Right.
So why add extra when you hating on one another? That just add extra weight to the plate.
A lot of this stuff has been taught, has been shown since infants.
Yeah.
And the reality is, because it's been taught, in essence, it's been deposited into our mental banks. We've been shown this, that this is normal, that this is how we should be.
Yeah.
And then we go out into the world displaying what we've been taught, when in actuality that may not be
how to move
true.
Or how to actually
what we should be doing.
Yeah.
Granted, okay, how we operate, within the black community, whether it's female to female, whether it's male to male, let's be clear. All of this has stemmed from slavery. So it's been generational in a lot of different ways. But do we have to continue it when we know it's not working? Or when I say, man, I wish it was this way for me.
Right.
I'm going to operate and go into the world like, okay, let me change this. Because I haven't seen it. I haven't experienced, women empowerment in all of these different fields. So because I haven't experienced, me personally, I wish to change that. So when I have or gain female friends, I'm going to operate in the way that I wish for it to be.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, but unfortunately.
But why ain't we all doing this?
Everybody
and that's the thing I don't
that.
get. But yet we're the first to complain, oh, I don't have this. Man, I wish I had this.
But you got it right in front of you, something you just want. We're not utilizing our resources amongst each other because there's hate in the black community.
Yes.
People can say what they want. This is facts. It's just fact. No, every other race can stick together. Whites, the Latinos, the Indians. You know what I'm saying? So when it come to us, it's meme mug. Oh, look at him over there.
It's
Why?
That crab mentality.
Why? I will never understand that.
Well, personally,
I can never understand that. I'm gonna be 35 Lil Willing in April.
Personally,
I still don't get it.
Personally, I feel as though it's a mind thing. Some of us believe that we gotta hate on the next person because they're my competition, when in essence, people in your own community shouldn't be your competition. I don't believe. They
should be able to lift you up and build you up.
Yes, we should be able to learn from one another.
Not competition. Not, oh, he got that, I'm going to try to get it too, or do it better than he's doing it. Right. That's the crab mentality.
And even if, let's be real, even if that's one person, that should not be the view for all of us. Like, I shouldn't take one experience and then say, this is the case for all black females. So I don't want to mess with all black females because all black females are the same. No.
Right.
If we talked about last season that all black men are not the same, all black women are not the same, then let me school you real quick. All your relationships when it comes to friendships
are not the same.
Are not the same.
All
when
work
it comes
relationships are not the same.
You feel me?
I feel you, boo. I feel you.
So to put everybody in the same category simply because of your 1 or 2 experiences.
Why?
First of all, it's not
Why?
Fair. It's not fair. You wouldn't want somebody to do that to you. I personally feel like no matter how long you've known an individual, because sometimes people's views can be tainted based off of what they've gone through. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day.
Yeah, it's a whole nother episode.
Facts.
You feel me? Yo. Real talk though, what about like everyday life? Like, why don't black women lift each other up every day and not when it's just convenient? Why?
So I feel like it depends on who you ask, who you talking to, because you do have some black women who, when they see a post on social media, for example, they'll swipe up or comment and be like, yes, and that yes is our way of saying like,
you
girl,
doing your
I'm
thing.
rocking with you.
You doing your thing. I'm proud of you. I see you.
Yes, it's that term of endearment.
Girls, all that is, yeah.
It's that term of endearment. But sometimes I feel like we don't take it past social media. It's kind of like, let's say you ran into somebody on the street that you follow on social media. And you like, oh, hey, man, I'm such and such. I've done blah, blah, blah. There's a possibility that person may greet you with endearment.
Or they be like,
or they don't be like, leave me the hell alone.
Right, why are you even talking to me, bro?
I kind of feel like some of us black women do the same thing. We'll swipe up, okay, most.
Ain't no some.
But the reason I'm saying some is because I don't know every black female.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
so
the
I'm
ones
going
I've been
based off of.
Yeah, but I have my ones who I've been around.
But even still, that's still Chicago based, and that's why I said we're gonna get there in a second. But that's why I say it depends on who you ask. It depends on where that woman is from or that young lady is from. It depends on how she grew up. In my opinion, it depends on what school she went to, like college, because all of those different things molded and shaped her to be the woman that she is. So I feel like there's so many different factors that can cause a female to either be a supportive black female or that catty, non-supportive, keep up drama type female. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So to answer your question, I feel like it depends. And I'm not saying that I agree with why women are that way. And I'm not saying that men are not or cannot be non-supportive, but I feel like women get women get more slack for being this way because we were created to be emotional beings, and most of us operate in that way. You have some women that are more masculine in the sense of they don't keep up drama, they are not non-supportive, they're very supportive, but I would say the mass majority, unfortunately, of us women tend to be that way. Some of us, though, I feel like for those newfound entrepreneurs, and let's be real, the pandemic brought out a lot of entrepreneurs.
Yep.
So I feel like now that you have a lot of women who are stepping foot into entrepreneurship, they now want the support, and they're like, okay, well, because I want support, now that means I need to flip and be supportive.
Right.
But is that conditional support? Are you only being
or
supportive
beneficial support?
Yeah, are you only being supportive
it's
of
a
others because you want something in return?
It's a possibility.
Instead of it being genuine.
Instead of it being genuine. But it's like, okay, if I support you, you got to do this. Why you can't just support me?
Yeah. And then
why is it always a motive or a token? Okay, if I support you, what I get? Nothing. Love.
Right.
My thanks.
Exactly. Appreciation.
Like, when you do something, I do you the same way.
Right.
That's the payback.
Right.
Not doing it to get something in return.
Right. Or it should just be that way because you are that way. You know, there's some people, let's be real, there's some people in the world who are unfortunately evil. They're not nice. You know, so when it comes to encouragement or support or anything that you may need, those type of people are not going to provide that. And you shouldn't expect that because that's how they are.
Right.
But I feel like that should only be maybe 2 or 3% at max of the women and the female encounter that I have. It shouldn't be where I'm looking up and every experience I have is, okay, this young lady is not being there. This young lady is not encouraging. This young lady speaking down on me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I should have more positive experiences than negative. I read this article that I found very interesting. Mm-hmm. So this article is entitled, Who Taught Black Women to Hate One Another? And I apologize, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but this young lady is black. Her first name is Ara, beautiful name. And that's
earthly right there. Ara. That's
Ara. Strong too.
Yeah, Ara. You know what I'm talking about?
She would need pronunciation.
Ara.
But
like a lion.
One of the things that she mentioned in her article talked about relational aggression. And for any of you who have no clue what relational aggression is, I'm going to tell you. It's a term for which means harm within a relationship that is caused by covert bullying or manipulating behavior. It's a dynamic that describes the often overlooked contention observed between young girls in a social setting. So unlike physical aggression, which is almost impossible to miss because it's physical, that's me doing
hitting
this.
Me. That's you putting your hands on me.
That's physical. Relational aggression takes on more conspiracy forms to a sense. It's inflicting wounds where they won't be noticed. So that, for example, is me throwing little jabs and me passing those little jabs off as me cracking a joke or being sarcastic. That's being judgmental, but passing that off as a joke. That's me refusing to sit with or socialize with someone and passing that off as, oh, I just wanted to interact with this person today. That's, gossiping and spreading these negative remarks and passing that off as something else. So in essence, it's trying to camouflage negativity for saying, oh, I didn't really mean that.
Yeah, I was just playing.
That's relational aggression.
I was just joking. You looking at them like this here.
And then, because I've heard so many of our listeners have, they will randomly share their thoughts and views with us. And there's been a lot of black females from the Chicagoland area that feel this exact same way. That someone will tell them or share information with them, but it's delivered in a way that almost is like, wait a minute, is this supposed to be positive? Because it came across as being real sarcastic. It came across as being, it hurt my feelings. The crazy thing about relational aggression is it's similar to physical aggression in that the end all result is to gain power. Some young ladies realize that how you treat another young lady, especially when you're young, is almost giving off a vibe like, I'm better than you, or I'm more powerful than you, or, I sit higher on the throne, for lack of better words, than you. So when you are giving jabs, when you are being so sarcastic to the point that you can't deliver any positive.
When you to the point there's no compassion behind it. That's like an ass whooping brewing. Sorry, y'all, excuse my language, but
what I'm saying is,
I'm just saying.
I'm not talking about the whole like retaliation part. What
I'm just saying
is the act in and of itself.
Yeah, just all being insecure about someone else's feelings.
It's demonstrating that I have more power than you. So then what happens is, well, we all grow up, right? And so then when we grow up, that hurt, damaged female can do one of two things. Either replicate how she was taught to other adult now women, or you make that change. When I believe, in my opinion, it's a whole lot of women, because they've been hurt, because they've been talked down upon, they're replicating the same behaviors and doing the same things to other black females. Again, especially in the Chicagoland area. It's already bad enough in Chicago. We have this kind of cutthroat mentality, like we don't build each other up in the black community.
We don't.
Especially within the female black community.
Yeah.
We already have a bad rap that we aren't supportive of one another, because again, that's what the majority of the community looks like. That's not all black females.
It's just a majority of them.
But just because that happens in our town does not mean that it happens everywhere. So that's why I said earlier, it depends on who you ask, where they're from, what experience they've had, what colleges, they went to. Because in my opinion, again, if that young black woman went to an all-black college, the support that she's going to see at an all-black college or university is going to look different from the black-on-black support she may see at a PWI. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how she grew up. If she grew up in the South, for example, and they're all about camaraderie, sticking together, supporting one another, her view or her experience may be different.
Yeah, but it shouldn't matter on what part you grew up.
I agree.
That don't matter. I don't agree with that part. Like, it's all about the individual and how you choose to be, man. Because you can be from the country, Europe, Asia, Africa, India, like Saudi Arabia. Like, that don't mean nothing.
I agree.
So no,
it shouldn't be that way.
No,
but I'm saying, I feel like factually, when it comes to the facts, that plays a role in why, unfortunately, some females are the way that they are. Because, well, in essence, like you said, they still, when they become an adult, have the choice to say, this is the type of woman I want to be, regardless of what caused me to be the way or have the views that I have growing up. Once we become grown, whether that's 21 or you on your own at 18, you have the choice to say, this is the type of individual that I want to be. Mm-hmm. Now, because this is how I want to be, how am I going to move? Mm-hmm. When I see another black queen doing her thing, I'm going to slide in her comments. Keep going, boo. I'm going to DM her. Ask her. Boo, how do I get to where you at? Because
not hate on her. Not hate on what she's doing. Like, she thinks she better than me. No.
Exactly. Because, again, if we rallied up behind Kamala, and granted, some of y'all didn't, but if the majority of us who did rally up behind her, why you can't have that same energy with your sister you see every day? On a Monday, just because it's the beginning of the month. On a Tuesday, just because.
Saying how you doing right. Sis, I love you. Ooh, boom, seeing. Hey, sissy, just sending some love. Love you. That don't take nothing. But people choose to hate overdo that.
It's a choice.
It's a choice, man.
It's a choice.
It's a choice. Facts. Yo, Black empowerment is key.
I agree with you.
It is. Listening to each other as well as lifting each other up is like what we need to do that, but we are our own worst enemy, and we always consistently trip each other up.
I agree.
And I don't understand that still.
I mean, it's been proven for centuries. Like, if we go way, 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 way back in history.
Mm-hmm. way
back. You know, we see periods of where we operate together as a unit. We see where things have tripped us up, like you said. Things have distracted us from being able to work together and operate together as a unit, whether that be drugs, whether that be money, whether that be, I'm trying to think of other things other than money.
Cars, homes,
materialistic things.
Chains,
I mean,
bracelets,
change. You
watches,
know, some people,
shoes.
Yeah, that's why I said materialistic things. Change sometimes can trip us up. You know, opinions can trip us up. But the reality is, like you said, we work better when we're together. We're stronger together. Like, I think about when I was a kid, I don't know if y'all played this game at school, but at my old elementary school, we played a game where we would form a line and we would lock arms just like this. And we would have a long line like across the playground. And the key is you wanted to work with the person on both sides of you to be as strong as humanly possible so that the person who was running through you
couldn't get
through.
We did that before. Yeah.
And
if we be like that as a people, we unstoppable.
Man.
We'd be unstoppable.
And that's the point that I was just getting ready to prove.
Unstoppable.
If we work together, if we came together, if we put aside our differences, because the reality is no two people are going to see eye to eye when it comes to everything.
You know, yeah. Because I was going to go a Bug's Life. I was going to get real biblical on y'all, but I ain't really. No, I'm saying, remember on Bug's Life, when they was eating, and the grasshopper came in there, and one of the things, he took one of the things out, they was like, oh, well, they're not going to stand up to us because, you know, they too weak. And he took out, I don't know what they was eating. It was like, maybe out the glass thing.
I know what
and he was like, did that hurt? And he was like, no. And he threw one more single, and he unloaded the whole, and all of them came out.
Yeah.
And he was like, if you let one, he was like, if you let one stand up, they'll all stand up.
Right.
That's how they see us as the African American culture. So when we all stand together, we're unstoppable. But it can't just be one of us. It has to be all of us.
Exactly. And the reality is, you know, certain things, yes, can trigger fear. But as believers in God, as Christians, we are supposed to stand against fear because God is not a fear. God does not give us the spirit of fear.
Right.
So yeah, it may look a little odd. It may look a little discouraging. It may look a little intimidating. But we're still supposed to operate in the faith that we have and stand boldly and be bold and be brave in order to stand up against those things.
Mm-hmm.
When you mentioned the point that you just expressed about empowerment, it reminded me of an article from Forbes magazine back in 2019 where they talked about, or the title of that article was entitled "The Power of the Pack. Women who support women are more successful." And I'm going to drop a few gems from this article because I feel like it is truth and it segues perfectly into the point that you just made. The author of this article said, "We discovered two things, that there is power in the pack and you realize your strengths make the table better." So this is more so like when you come to the table. So if you envision us as Black women, we all come to the table. We have various backgrounds. We are various shades. And we're going to talk about that too later on this season. But we are various shades. We come from all different walks of life. And because of those differences, we can be powerful if we all come to the table and realize all of our strengths, not our weaknesses. Not our weaknesses.
Strengths. You know what I'm talking about?
So that means in order to see someone's strengths, you're looking past what they can't do. You're focused on, okay, I see Angie over there. Angie can do, she can do public speaking. She's creative. We see that, she can sing. She is very strategic. She's very organized. So Angie might be able to focus on this aspect of the business versus my homegirl Kelly. You know what I'm saying? She has other strengths. My homegirl Candace has other strengths. My homegirl or my cousin Brittany has other strengths. My other cousin Devonna has other strengths. But if we all come together and focus on our strengths and highlight those strengths, man, listen, we'd be a force to be reckoned with.
We'd be unstoppable.
And when it comes to
you feel what I'm saying?
The pack. So this article was more so referring to as again as women. If we operate within our strengths, then it's kind of like a wolf pack. When more than just one wolf comes together, they are intimidating.
Yeah, but one wolf by itself, you like, oh, he not gonna do that much. But if it's a gang of them, you gonna get on out of Dodge. You like, they about to rip my throat out. They can rip my throat out.
And I feel like that's the case when it comes to various relationships,
friendships.
When it comes to, let's be real, women, we stood up, we went out and voted, right? Mm-hmm. Guess what happened? We got a female in office. Mm-hmm. Imagine if we did those things on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. When it comes to in the workplace.
Women empowerment.
Let's be real.
If you got
your average company has way more women, unfortunately, in the workplace than men, right?
Yep.
If you stood up with your voice, let your voice be heard, spoke on those issues, came together as women in the workplace would be able to make change. Mm-hmm. You'd be able to, or we'd be able rather, to change how much we got paid in comparison to the men. But guess what? When you sit down on your butt and don't say nothing, ain't nothing gonna happen.
But then you complain on the inside at the lunch break with your homegirl, like, oh, they need to give us equal pay.
Exactly.
Woo-woo. Going in and demand that. If you demand it, if you are qualified, go get what you deserve. Yes. That's like NFL players, NBA players. We see players hold out because they want that certain amount because they know they worth. What's the difference?
Yep.
With my sisters in the workplace.
And in addition to that, that was just one example, but it's across the board. When I'm in a pack, most of the time you like the people that you're in the pack with. When you're in a pack of other women and you see the qualities that they have to offer, their strengths, then when I'm in certain rooms, when I'm sitting at certain tables, if an opportunity presents itself that I don't necessarily apply, look, I may not be able to create a website, but I know somebody who can, and shethebomb.com or he'sthebomb.com. I'm gonna amplify their voice or their business or what they're doing.
Yep.
It's gonna come naturally to me because, again, they're a part of my pack. I don't have to know all their business. I don't have to know all y'all business. But let me find out somebody a chef over here. I'm amplifying their voice. Let me find out I got a couple homegirls that do makeup. Well, I'm going to have them beat my face and I'm going to amplify their voice. I got some homies as
barbers. I'm going to
support and amplify.
Yep. I like that. But we don't do that. And that's where we are right now.
But then I also feel like it's a domino effect because when you don't, and this is going back to the entrepreneurs that popped out in 2020, when we don't support or amplify the voices of our own. And then we become entrepreneurs and we want support. We can't be mad to a certain extent when we don't get it, because what have you done for me lately? And is it genuine, like we said in the very beginning of this conversation? Other people can tell when you're supporting them genuinely. You know, with our podcast, for example, this is just the start of our business. But for those of you guys who share a post just for the sake of sharing, when you guys purchase a t-shirt and you rock that t-shirt just for the sake of supporting us, when we find out that y'all have something going on, we're doing our best to support those endeavors. We're not looking for a handout. We're not looking for money in return. We're not looking for an extra plug. Although those things are nice, don't get me wrong.
Just mutual,
but our
genuine
motive
support. Yeah, just support.
Is not a selfish motive.
At the end of the day,
exactly.
It's just about natural support of one another.
Exactly.
As it should be. But unfortunately, nope.
We
nope.
We have to do better. I want to see us move and be better. And, you know, Atlanta, I feel like, has that title where everybody knows every artist out of Atlanta becomes successful because Atlanta supports their own. That's how they got Keisha in office, right? That's how we got a new black, I don't want to get this wrong. We got a new black,
I don't want to get it wrong either. I forgot.
Black man in office because Atlanta stood up.
Yeah.
Georgia stood up.
Yeah,
and voted.
Georgia support. It's like, why can't Atlanta be everywhere? The support.
I mean, it can.
The black love
but
that's down there in Atlanta. It starts
within.
The man in the mirror.
I can't
If you want to start to make a change, look at yourself and make that change. Michael Jackson told us this.
If you want to make the world
a better place,
take a look at yourself and then make that change. You feel me?
You feel me, Joe. Huh?
I know I want it. So that's the reason.
I want it too.
That's the reason, like, when it comes to the people that I meet, whether I've known them forever or I just met them yesterday, I'm trying to support. We just met this young lady from Chicago who's a chef. I think, only a couple months ago? We done already supported her about 4 or 5 times already. Again, not so that we can get praised, but
just off the strength of her.
We know what it feels like to be a black entrepreneur based in the city of Chicago, to not have a whole lot of people rocking with you. We support.
Right. We want to see you win.
But we want to see y'all do it too.
We want to be man, for each other, man.
You, right there. You
looking at me.
The one looking at us. The one listening to us.
You. At home.
You.
In the kitchen. Wherever you at. In the laundry room. You. Get yourself
like
together.
Like Omarion said. No, that was Usher. You.
Get yourself together.
And when it comes to change, you know what else I want to see when it comes to black empowerment, black female empowerment? Ladies, I want to see us stop judging one another, especially when you don't know personally the female that you're judging. I feel like we do this way too much in the African American community. Even if you know the female, like, you don't want to be judged, so why does this zone have to be a judgment zone?
That up. We need to get on Chloe and this busted challenge nonsense. Yep, I'm gonna say it.
So listen, if
baby girl, shout out to Chloe, young queen, keep doing your thing. If you ever get to, I don't know if she was gonna hear this, but we love and respect you, baby girl. Keep doing your thing. Black queen, doing her thing. You understand me? Put the crown on, adjust it.
So first and foremost, if you guys are completely out of the loop, clearly I would say the second half of January the Bust It Challenge became a trend. I feel like it started on TikTok, but I'm sure it might have started elsewhere. But it was a trend on TikTok as well as Instagram and any other platforms, right? So then everybody and their mama was doing it. I didn't do it, but I didn't judge the females who did it. I just kept swiping. If I didn't want to see, if I wanted to watch, I watched. No comments, no judgment, whatever. Chloe from Chloe and Halle, the group, if y'all are still out of the loop, they are now they're in their 20s, but they were discovered by Beyonce at an early age. She signed them to her label, and ever since then, you know, we've heard their music. Any of you guys who love sitcoms, they have a TV series called Grownish. Well, they don't, but they're on the TV series.
show called Grownish, about the young girls in college going through regular life, what your teenagers about to embark on. Anyone has seniors in high school. Yep. It's
a great show. Yep. I would say it's equivalent to any of the millennials. It's equivalent to like our Different World.
Right, it's our version.
But for this generation.
Well, not mine, right, but for the generation under us.
Yes, for
because mine was also a different world, but they have Grownish.
But we said all that to say, just so you know who these people are in case you have no clue. But they are, Chloe and Halle are two sisters. Chloe is the eldest of the two. She went on, I believe, again, it was on TikTok, if not her own Instagram page. She joined into the Bust It Challenge. I personally felt like she did it in a tasteful manner. Of course, she exuded sexiness because that's what the whole challenge was about anyway. But, you know, because I know enough about her to know that the girl is over the age of 21, and I know, you know, in looking and doing research on kids who grow up in the limelight, sometimes it's hard for their viewers, their fans, to see them outside of that young age. I personally don't. I look at the girl like she a grown woman. She can make her own decisions. She can do whatever she want to do. But needless to say, Chloe goes out here, does the challenge. The internet exploded to the extent that now us black women, not Hispanic women, not Caucasian women, not Native American African women, black African American women,
tearing her down because she's confident in herself, because she's 22 years old, so that's a grown woman in my eyes, who's making her own decisions, and all she did was a little challenge. But like I said, when Meg Thee Stallion make WAP, y'all out there doing the WAP. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B, they can, but a young sister who doing her thing on the television and music, getting blasted on because she did that challenge. But
she did another one.
She did a silhouette challenge, but it's still, she's grown.
And not just that.
She's in tune with her body.
And in addition to, so before we even get there, but y'all blasted her. Some of y'all probably did. That's why I say y'all. Y'all blasted her to the point this young woman felt obligated.
Like I gotta apologize to the people for me making a dance on my page. You know how stupid y'all are for making her do that?
And
that's like you put a post up and people go so hard on the post to the point you like, let me go on there live and apologize. You shouldn't have to.
I feel so, and I still feel this way. I feel so bad for her. Like, I wish I knew. Chloe, if you come across this, I wish I knew you personally, girl, because first of all, kudos to you for doing something that you honestly didn't have to do. You are not the problem, but some of us black women are the problem. We are wrong. And I apologize on behalf of all black women who chimed in and did that. Again, I did not, but I'm sorry that you had to endure that. And then listening to your apology, you know, she gave us way more information than she really had to as a fan. Because celebrities already give us enough. They give us music. They give us whatever their artistry is. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they share personal parts of their personal life with us, but you guys don't have to. It's not something that I feel like you sign off in your contract that you have to give us every single detail. But she chose to. So in her apology, she explained to us that she struggled with her own self-worth, her self-confidence for years, and is just now at 22 finally getting comfortable in her own skin to display and exude who she really is behind the persona of Chloe and Halle, the singer, or as artists. And then to hear that how she feels the most comfortable is when she's writing music, when she's producing music,
right, when she's performing, when she's dancing. So for her to just be in her element and y'all knock her to the point that she had to break down and apologize is ridiculous. And I don't like it one damn bit.
It's not cool whatsoever. So again, black women, can we, while we're making changes, can we also change from a judgmental individual to non-judgmental? Because had y'all not slid up in the DMs, had y'all not even commented and gave this woman a chance to be her and to show you why she is the way she is, then maybe the girl wouldn't have felt bad. And granted, we don't even know what she's feeling right about now.
Right.
But what if, hypothetically speaking, y'all's comments then set her back to where she was before, now doubting herself, not loving herself, not appreciating her own worth. And black women, unfortunately, y'all know sometimes y'all can hit below the belt. So I can only imagine. A lot of times,
the back, like the stuff we didn't see, the comments she was reading, man, that's somebody's daughter. That's someone's sister. So would you want somebody to disrespect your daughter's sister? I don't think so. So why do we do it to each other? And I got a problem with that. That's why we are now as a people, as a society, like, because of that.
Facts.
So we got to get it together.
It's time to make a change.
It's 21. Let's get it. Let's stand together, man. I don't want to hand the world to my kids like this, my future kids.
Right.
I want them to grow with people that loves them, like they can go to their people, to get uplifted. Not they feel slighted by their people.
Yes.
That's a bogus feeling that no one wants to feel.
Because the reality is, and we mentioned this last season, there are certain things that only we as black people understand. There's certain traumas, there's certain pains that only us as blacks understand. So we need to be what we wish to have. We need to be the change that we want. We need to be supportive and empowering and uplifting for not just you, yourself, your family, your friends, but for everyone who comes into contact, who gets an opportunity to meet you and get to know you. The same energy that we gave on Inauguration Day.
It's to be the same.
Rocking pearls and Converse, ladies, and even the fellas. You know, because we want the same interaction and bond for the fellas too.
I want that with my brothers, man. Stop hating on each other, man.
Exactly.
We in the same race.
Exactly.
So stop tripping me up. You feel me?